Hello, I'm Dr. Pichardo-Johansson, retired physician, life coach, and best-selling author. And today we are talking about success. That is such a famous word, but we all have a different definition of what that means. What is your definition for the word success? What is the word that rings a bell in you that defines success for you? Is it achievement, an accomplishment, the satisfaction of having done something? Or is it more outside of you, the results that you see? Is it excellence? Is it productivity? Is it competence? Is it effectiveness? Is success measured by recognition, fame, influence, applause? Or is it measured by empowerment, your power, your leadership? And of course, is it measured by wealth, by prosperity? My definition of success is a little different from most people. My definition of success is joy, is happiness, authentic joy in alignment with my values. Think about someone who's miserable, and I don't care what their bank account says or the diplomas in their office say. That is not a successful person. And then think about someone you know who is authentically joyful, and I will show you someone who has succeeded. So if we are going to define success as being happy, being satisfied, whatever flavor that shows for you from all the words we mentioned, then why is success so elusive? And I will tell you, it is elusive. As a life coach, I work with some of the most amazing women you could ever meet, highly successful, highly achievers, high earners. And before that, I was a physician who was hanging out mostly with a bunch of very rich physicians. And also I'm an author, and some of my friends and people I know are New York Times bestselling authors. And I will tell you, nobody ever has felt successful. From all the people I know, I shouldn't have said nobody, but the overwhelming majority of people, you ask them, do you feel successful? And their answer is, well, there is someone else who does it better than me. An example, the typical, think about an internal medicine specialist doctor, had to go through 8 years of medical school. In addition to that, it's four of college, 4 medical school, and 3 years of residency, 11 years of superior education after high school to be now a respectful internal medicine doctor. I have heard many of those say, but I'm not a specialist. You're a hematologist, oncologist, you're above me, or I'm not a cardiologist. Okay, let's say you did become a cardiologist. That's 3 extra years after the 11 we talk about, 14 years of training. Do you know what I heard many cardiologists says? But I am not an interventional cardiologist. That's an additional year or 2 above their training. Okay, let's say you did that. I have talked to interventional cardiologists, those who are putting stents in your coronary arteries and preventing your heart from exploding, heroes. Do you know what they say? But I'm not a cardiothoracic surgeon. I am not as important as the one who cracks your ribs and works open heart surgery on you. I am nothing compared to that. And then what happens if you talk to the cardiothoracic surgeon? Actually, surgeons have a very healthy ego compared to other specialists, but they will typically, if you dig deep enough, they will say, well, there is one cardiothoracic surgeon in town or in history who made more money than me, who had more patients than me, who was more famous than me. That is the story of humankind. No matter what we achieve, the moment we graduate to a new achievement, it's like if we transition from first grade to second grade. We used to be, or even a better example, from middle school to high school. We were in 8th grade last year. We were the top of the food chain. Now we graduated, now we're at the bottom of the food chain in the new school, in high school. So that is what happens. Every time we accomplish something, we are already measuring ourselves by a ruler, an indicator, a scale much higher than before, and we are never satisfied. And that is what I invite you to change today. That is what in coaching they call the rules that we make and make ourselves miserable with. We have rules that define what success is for us. And I had a friend who is a New York Times bestselling author. And once I heard her say, well, but I have only sold hundreds of thousands of books, not a million books like my friend so-and-so. Or, well, but I am not making as much money as so-and-so. We create these rules. Unless I sell a million books, I am not a successful author. I'm telling you, when I became a #1 Amazon bestseller, the first thing that I thought is, well, but it was only in the categories of cancer and holistic medicine, not really in the category of self-help. That's the most competitive. Mine doesn't count. We create the rules to make ourselves miserable. And the good news is that we make the rules, we can change the rules too. So take an example of, I'm checking my notes to make sure I don't forget any of the things I wanted to tell you today. So ask yourself, when or how have I done that? Have I ever told myself, well, I am not successful enough as a mother because my child is not topping his class? You have a rule that says, I only will feel successful if my child is straight A student. Have you ever told yourself, well, I have not succeeded in this project because I have not break the numbers, I have not got enough money to consider it financially advantageous? Have you ever told yourself, I am not successful as a woman because I don't have a partner, or I was not successful as a man because my wife divorced me? You have created a rule that is robbing you from your peace, and it's in your hands to change it. There was a time, and of course we are all works in progress, and we need to hear things many times before we internalize them and incorporate them. But there was a time in my life when I was feeling like a failure of an author because I wasn't making enough money, I wasn't selling enough books, or I wasn't getting enough number of followers for my email list. And then I realized, but nothing makes me happier in the world than writing. Well, actually, there's many things that make me happy, but I gain so much joy by the creative process of writing. And I pour so much love into it. I think I'm taking care of my health by doing it. I mean, the best thing I can do to keep the cancer away from coming back, you guys know I'm a cancer survivor, is it's being happy and joyful. So my new rule in life is, my definition of my rule for success is, I am successful if I did my best. I am excellent if I poured love into it, and the best ever, I am successful if I enjoyed it. So that has transformed my life. I feel successful every day because just this video, whatever definition of excellence or fanciness, this video may be falling short of fancy graphics and little editing, music, but I poured love into it, and I am having fun talking to you. So by definition, this video is already a success. I no longer have to worry about likes or follows or whatever. This video was already a success. And do you know what happens when we are living with the conviction that we are successful? we attract more success into our lives. And that's a long story for another video, but just take my word for it right now. When we are, whatever we have in our minds, whatever we decide we are and we believe we are, the universe is going to bring us more and more of it. You want more joy in your life? Start being a little more joyful today, and more joy will come your way. You want more love in your life? Start loving. Start giving love to people, and you'll have more love your way. You want more success in your life? Change that rule and decide that you already are successful. So to finish the video, I'm going to leave you with my rules again, and I invite you to take them, incorporate them if you like them, tweak them, change them so they speak to yourself. My rule for success is I am successful. I achieved excellence. Forget about perfectionism. My definition of success and excellence is how much did I enjoy it? How much love I poured into it? And did I do my best? I hope you enjoy your video. If you have any questions or any suggestions about other videos in the future, you know how to get me. You can email me, go to my website, you can go to my Facebook page, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please share it. Talk to you soon.